I guess it's time to talk about what people are interested in.
Or guess what people are interested in. We'll give it a
You're
shot. We'll
really
try to
right.
figure out what people are most interested in.
You're right, because I get a little mixed up on that at times, no doubt.
Everybody can't be interested in everything all the time. Let's try to keep this based on financial investing,
Okay.
people that are
Yes, you're right.
retired or close to it. What are they worried about, right? I mean, there's enough craziness in the world today. These natural disasters and everything. Let's take our minds off of that kind of stuff, and then let's move into really exciting math. It'd be great.
So let's talk about mortgage rates. They're over 70%,
Okay.
over 7, excuse me, percent for the first time in 20 years. But
Yeah.
genuinely, does that impact the clients of Talon Wealth and those near and in retirement? I mean, is that something that demographic, that group of people need to worry about?
Well, it certainly can. I mean, the different people are in different situations and they're handling it differently. So a lot of what you'll see when people get closer to retired or retired is maybe they'll sell a home in one place and they'll move to another place. Maybe that's for climate, maybe it's for tax
Very true.
purposes, maybe it's because they want to move closer to their kids and grandkids and stuff like that. So if you're selling a home right now, it might slow down that process a bit. I mean, that's what the government's been doing by increasing interest rates is trying to slow down the economy, which is how we got over 7% in the first place. And it does have a cooling effect. People are less willing to borrow money at over 7% than they would have been just a few years ago when you could borrow money at less than 3%, right? I mean, we've talked about the awesome deal you got on your mortgage, right? I mean, it's just
On
phenomenal.
our radio show, we have
We
two and
have,
a
yeah.
quarter a long time ago. Yeah.
It was a while ago, but
And
yeah,
I'll
I mean,
never get rid of that.
no, there's no reason to, right? It may have an impact on that person trying to sell their home because of that process could take
Mhm.
longer. And then, in theory, a lot of those people, once they do sell it, they'll have cash to pay for another home, so maybe it doesn't affect them on that end. But what about the person who needs to get a mortgage in order to finance that new home. So again, just like somebody is less willing to borrow money to buy your home, you might be less willing to borrow money to buy another home. So that's a question that we're going to get when it comes to financial planning. And somebody working with an advisor should be able to work that into a plan for you. You know, you should be able to answer questions. Well, if you're going to take a loan and if the interest rate is over 7%, which by the way, it feels really high because we were used to lower rates
For 20 years, lower
for
rates.
20 plus
Yes.
years, yeah, but I mean, people who remember the late 70s and 80s and those rates don't know, like, well, 7 doesn't sound too crazy, right? But
Right.
by comparison, but the people now, it does sound pretty crazy. So, yeah, it can have an impact, but make sure that somebody takes the time to walk you through that process and find out, well, does it work for your retirement plan? To take a loan? Is it better to borrow the money? Is it better to use cash for that home? Compare the two, find out where you wind up better off. I mean, theoretically, if you were, let's say you were 85 years old, and hopefully your life expectancy is 10 or 15 more years, right?
Mhm.
Theoretically, if you were 85 and you could go build your dream house and go borrow, I don't know, borrow $1 million and get a 30-year loan on that, literally with no intent of ever paying that off, right? You're just going to have an awesome lifestyle. That's also something that somebody could work into a financial plan for you. But then that's a lot of people don't feel comfortable having debt in retirement. So that's another part of it. And so there is a balancing act. Everybody's a little bit different, but I do think financial planning can help people with that process. Thank you for watching. Go to guardingyournestegg.com for your free and objective personal financial plan.